Learn to be patient is something I've always had to battle with. There'll be days that I'm like, yo, I don't put the work in, man. I helped everybody else. I give in game. I've dropped gems. I've studied for people, built and be like, bro, why not yet? Why not now? Where is mine? And I realize over time, as I get older, I've already received it. I became a plug for a plug. I became an asset through all my transgressions and turmoil. I did that. I already received it. Everybody can't live like this. But there's more to come. And being patient is a skill set that you have to develop over time. Hope you guys have a powerful and great morning. I'm enjoying this sun coming up. Hey, it's another great day to be alive. Good morning, sunshine. I'm glad you guys are up right now, checking out the show, getting into it. That's right. Well, guess what, man? We had us a nice get up, nice roll out. Well, guess what? We're gonna take a little break up here, sit on a pile of rocks, because sometimes life get a little hard. It ain't always comfortable when you take a break. But when you find a little bit of comfort, a little bit of peace, which you guys will find out, things all right. Let's keep it moving. There's a nice pile of rocks right there. Nice little thing of rubble. Let's take over it. Charge! You know, let me just sit down, pop a squat. Got a nice little rook in. Let's sit down and pop a squat and chop it up with you guys for a second. We need our moment of peace. You know, I gotta get ready to start this show. But you know what I say all the time? I'm gonna catch me some peace, relaxation, each and every time I step outside. That's the only way we be able to stand up and start to build from zero. I truly believe that. Great mind, great body, great health will win. This channel is created for survivors. Yeah, guys, this is what it's all about, you know? Staying dedicated, focused, be willing to overcome all type of adversities, challenges life is gonna throw at you. Listen, as I said earlier, this entire week is dedicated to the survivors. There's individuals out here that don't got that grit. There's individuals out here that don't got that fight. Maybe they need to see an individual like you and I that's willing to go through the gauntlet of life to get out here and win again. And I'm gonna tell you what, the best thing about starting with zero is ain't nowhere else to go but up. Can't fall no further when you're at zero. Seriously. You got this. I got this. Today's gonna be a great show. And today's show is all about starting from zero. It's inside. We're gonna have a great week today. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and you're looking to book an individual to come speak or just to turn your neighborhood up. Holla at Gems IT Publishing. Lock in with them. Lock in with Angel. Y'all know, I talk about her all the time. I will say this, to help you out just a little bit. Get around individuals that believe in themselves just as much as you need to believe in yourself, because we got to bring a table to a table, right? So we started with zero. What do we got to do first? Build our own table. That's right. And the only way you can do that is to envision it, see it already built, and slowly get the tools, then the supplies to get it created. And once you got it created, that's when you involve other individuals with their own tables to help you advance in what you're already doing. Never, ever jump out here expecting anything to be given. You gotta put in some work before you get that work. You feel me? It's your boy Inside. We're gonna have a powerful, great, elevating show today. Check this out. Turn the volume up in your headphones, because I know sometimes we gotta step in the mud, get a little dirty to make our dreams come true. I'm just saying, let's keep it going. It's Monday. I know some of y'all are just getting up, but for those that's already at work, man, get it in. Keep a good attitude. Today we're talking about starting from zero. That means absolutely nothing. You know, you had something, you fell down, lost it all. Or you started with absolute nothing, had this idea to create it and bring it to life. This full week is dedicated to individuals just like you. Now, we're going to get our mouths in today. We're going to keep this thing short today so we can get right into the show. It's all the way up. It's Inside. Let's get it. No, this is not a dream. You're in the world of Inside Speaks. We're inspiring you to find happiness in your world. Guess what? We outside with it. We like to hammock camp, bike, as well as ruck. That's right. I'm an Army veteran. I served 2 tours, man, with some great individuals, man. We had our ups, we had our downs, just like you go through in life. But I tell you what, I'm gonna share some of them stories with you on this channel. What's good with everybody, man? We are back, man. I see I'm in here dropping some comments in here while everybody was commenting. So while that first intro, the interlude, everything is coming through, you know, when I do those videos, I can say a few things, comment, and then, you know, we'll go live and do it the way we supposed to do it. Continue to lock in, man. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and share, and all that beautiful jazz. But you know what we're here to do. We're here to have this conversation, have these different talks throughout the weeks and the years to come. This channel and show is growing phenomenally, and it's because of you guys, and it's because of I've been that individual that had to start from zero. Now, before this thing was even a show, let's get this out the way right now. Before this was even a show, guys, guess what? Guess what? This thing was barely me getting out here, sharing my thoughts, you know, expressing my frustration out. Sometimes I'll go out in the woods or the woodlands or these back roads and I'll just scream and yell at things that would bother me. I was dealing with all type of turmoil and all type of things, right? Not just at home, but just internal battles that most people don't get to see, and we'll talk about that on Tuesday. You see how I segued that? See how much better I'm getting at this thing? That's right. And if you haven't already, make sure you guys tap in with Gems IT Publishing, man. They have created this whole new system, this whole new link. You know what I mean? We going to Roku. That's what's up. Normally, I'm the person that'll sit there and watch a Roku something. You know what I mean? Never thought I'd see myself on a Roku, but it's happening, right? So with that being said, we're going to talk about 5 core points about starting from zero. I believe this will help you. This will educate you. At the same time, we're going to get some laughs in like we normally do. I'll give some stories about my life as well. But more so, I want people to get out of this whole week. There's victory after the storm, all right? Sometimes you got to go through it before you can get to it. You know what I mean? That's why it kind of showed me going through that mud, and that whole spot I was sitting there talking to you guys in was a whole construction area. So before you can even have structure, before you can even have a foundation built, you got to break the ground up. And sometimes we got to break ourselves down before we can receive the information we need to receive. See, I thought that through. Damn it. You know what I mean? I want to give some good context here. You know what I mean? Some good context. At the same time, I want to give some good content, right? And for the people that are at work right now and you guys are listening in, I appreciate you as well. Just do not get fired. Do not blame me for you getting in trouble at work. Just, you know, turn the volume up in the headphones, answer that call. Yep. Keep me in one ear and keep this thing rolling. You know what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful, great day, man. Shout out to all my brothers and everybody out there doing their thing. We're about to get into the show because I got a lot of points. Got a lot of people I'm talking about. Some of these people you may know, you may have heard of. But as I'm doing these shows and as I'm doing these talks, I am going to share
some of these celebrity or influential figures so you can kind of relate. Because I could give my story and give different points and things about what goes on in my family, but at the same time, sometimes people need to hear it from people that are just on this high echelon area, right? In the sky. You know what I mean? So that's what we're doing today, right? So shout out to Angel, man. She's over here helping me continue to move forward. I started from zero going to this school. Damn it. Hey, listen. Guess what? I already got me little 10 credits. Yeah, and I wouldn't have had that information if I wasn't tapping in with Angel, Gonzo, and anybody that came before doing the schooling thing. So I appreciate you guys, right? But I got schooling right after this show. So FYI, I'm in the stage of zero. So I got to continue to build and kind of move forward and things like that. But when we say moving forward, this is what we're going to do right now. Starting from zero is not a disadvantage. It is clarity, no baggage, no excuses, just pure potential. You get to define the mission. You get to build without limits, right? And that's kind of how we have to look at our dreams, our aspirations, the things that we want to obtain out of life. Even if that is just to lose weight, even if that is to get a new car, there are certain things that you got to do before you be able to receive the things that you want. You got to put the work in before you can receive the blessings, the happiness, and all of the joy that you want out of your life. And that's something that you must and have to be prepared with. It's like being on the front line. Like you're not in the back having all the commands. You're on the front line receiving every punch and blow that comes to you, right? And it is not. I know some people be like, man, bro, when I started out here, bro, I ain't have nothing. That is not a flex. Let me just say that right now. And I get it. It makes you feel good when you can tell others that are thriving or others that got some things going that you're getting out here, man, I started from nothing. I came from nothing. I got it out the mud. That sounds all good and great. It may make you feel good. Cool. Do your thing. But let me tell you something, right? That's not a flex. That saying individuals that's in your life that's been around you did not appreciate you or see any value in what you was doing, so they didn't want to help open those doors or anything like that for you. That's what it sounds like to me. You know what I mean? Not to be a dick, but I am. I'm just saying. When individuals come around me, man, bro, you had people help you out. You goddamn right I did, because I helped a lot of other people out. You goddamn right I did. What have you done? You know, that sense of entitlement don't work over here. That idea of, man, I had nothing, so life, it was much harder for me. No, it's the same battle. We're on the same battlefield. Right? When I say that, you got to play the hand you're dealt. Sometimes life will give you a crappy hand. Sometimes life will give you a royal flush. You didn't even know what a royal flush was. Now, I'm so serious, right? I don't see starting from nothing as a flex. What I do see as a flex is something to be proud of is saying, hey, I had lack of information, but I was willing to do the work to go find the information so I wouldn't be out here crying and complaining about what I didn't have. You have a story, you have something. You have breath in your lungs, you got something, right? You may not value it as much, but I tell you damn what, people that ain't got breath in their lungs right now, I bet they value life a little bit more, huh? Yeah. So when we say starting from nothing, that doesn't mean just starting with, oh, well, I ain't got nothing. You got a vision, you got something. You got an idea, you got something. You got breath in your damn lungs, you have something. Now, you may need some structure. You might need some tools. You may need some assets. You may need some information to get things going, but that's a part of the process. So don't get out here flexing on people with your story talking about, well, you know, I ain't have this and I ain't had that, but you had this. It was easy for you. You know how many people don't get in the league, don't get in any of these professional leagues, and they had all of the calls, they had all of the everything, and they still didn't get in? So miss me with all that. It don't work. It don't work. Starting from zero is not a disadvantage. It is clarity. There's no baggage. Y'all know that same thing I talk about. You want, I believe blessings like in a plane. You want your plane to land on your runway. You got to get rid of all the bags. You got to get rid of all the distractions. You got to get rid of all the goddamn excuses, what I call culture excuses. Everybody says that, well, if you look at me, bro, it's because of my race. It's why it's so hard. Man, kiss my ass. It's hard for everybody. It's hard for everybody. I'm a black man saying that. I'm a black skin. Saying that, Angel, right? I will say that. I will say that, and I will stand on that, right? Man, where I come from, the roughest of the rough. Man, I've seen people come from the rough, and they thrive. And they thrive beautifully. You know why? Because they're creative with what they have, what little they have. That's another thing right there. When you have less than someone else, you got to be creative. You also got to be disciplined to go after and go get it. But when we don't have a lot, let me tell you something. When we don't have a lot, we get creative. We get creative on how to make stuff work. Man, there was something called a box fan back in the day. Some of y'all may not know what a box fan is. You know how we used to cool off the houses in the country? You get the box fan and you prop up one of the windows. You put that box fan in the window and let that breeze, that natural breeze come through, and that fan catch that air, and it flows through and start to cool the house off. You know how we kept warm? We didn't have much. Man, you better get that oven, open that oven up, light that little pilot, and get that thing heated so it'll heat the house. You gotta be creative. Sometimes, yeah, all the answers, all the plan lists, it's like them old games you used to have, right? You know, you had at the time it was like Uno, the old Uno games, old playing cards. You may be missing a couple of cards, so you go ahead and make you a card, and everybody know what that card is. Everybody know what that one card you got in your hand is. But we know that's a draw for you. You may be missing a draw for or whatever. But you get creative to make it work. And that's how we have to do out here. Let me talk about some of these 5 core points that we're talking about. 5 core points. Embracing the starting line, right? Develop relentless consistency. Turn your pain into fuel, not excuses. Seek knowledge, not approval. And a big one, build your own path, right? Now, in the midst of, once we get about 30 minutes show, I'm going to start talking about some of these individuals that you guys may have seen on movies. You may have seen them on a sports field. You may have seen them in arenas. And I'm going to give you their dates. I'm going to give you their time and just a little bit about them, just a little bit. And you can go do more research for yourself. See, when you start researching what other people have been through and how they made it through, it prevents you from making these elaborate, long, blown out, drawn out excuses about how life was so unfair to you. Oh, woe is you. Drink some damn water. You want it bad enough, you're willing to do the extreme things to make it happen. We see this all the time. We see it every time. I see it in mothers a lot. Mothers will go in full-on animalistic beast mode to make their children safe. Now, if you start thinking about your career and your life that same way, maybe you'll do the same. That's why they call it Mother Nature. Mother Lady heals herself. You know what I mean? After a short amount of time, we're not going to be here much longer, right? There's going to be other creatures walking this earth, right? I might call them aliens now, or lizard people, whatever you want to call it, right? There's still some creative there. There's still some vision. There's power behind seeing what's not there. And you got to have that. That is a superpower that you must obtain. Earlier in the start of this show, I put up this front beginning. I had the little sound going, had the screen come up like a movie, right? And it's sitting there me talking in front of that sun coming up, right? Standing on top of that construction area, right? And I was like, man, my issue is patience. And sometimes patience is the thing that kills us the most. It was killing me. Because it's like, man, I've been doing this. I did this and whine about all the stuff I've done and still feel like it's not here until I had to realize, man, the stuff that you're talking about that you ain't got, bro. Look at what you have now and how far you've came. How dare I do that? Sometimes you gotta look at you just gotta look at the basic and the bare minimum. Look at your life butt ass naked. Should I say that? I just said that. Look at your life butt ass naked. Like, yo, this is what you got and this is what you have. Can you make something out of that? And you should. Your answer should be hell yeah, I can. Right? Sometimes we got to look back at the things that we have accomplished instead of focus on the things that we have not accomplished, or focus on more what we have and appreciate it. Then you can kind of worry about whatever else is not here yet. Because along the way, over time, we will learn, and you guys will learn that same way as I'm learning. Hey, man, sometimes things are supposed to wait. You're not supposed to have them right now. Because I'm going to tell you what, you give a young 20-year-old, 19-year-old a few $1 million, you know they're going to do. They're finna blow it away. Don't know nothing about financial literacy. Don't have people in their corners showing them the way. That's why we see so many stories of celebrities get to the top of the peak, and then they end up on the streets blown out, drugged out because, hey, no one was there to help them out. That ain't it. It's because they did not appreciate what they didn't have. And when they got something, they went wild with it. Most of us do that when we get a little money. We go spend crazy because we never had it. We want to feel like it's like to spend a lot. You know, when we spend a lot and it's all gone, we back to being sad and, you know, the world don't like me. Obviously, the world liked you for a little bit. It gave you some bread. And it really ain't about what we don't have. It's about what we want, what we desire, what we need. You know what I mean? And when you can kind of transform the way you see what you have, I do that I'm very good at that, especially when it comes to convincing people or showing people different ways. Let's look at this. Let's start pulling the skin back, right? Let's start looking at stuff at its bare minimum. Let's see the things that you do have, and all the stuff that you're saying you don't have. You start realizing you have more than what you think you have, right? So let's break down some of these core values, right? So we're going to talk about these. We're going to talk about these, and we're going to talk about developing a relentless consistency, like being consistent even on the days you don't want to. There be days when I'm doing this show, right? I'll be tired as hell. Right. And some of y'all probably can see it's why good I'm wearing these shades. You really can't see the bags under my eyes. And it helps with these lights that's right here. Right. And it's funny because sometimes people will use that. I used to use that as a flex as well. Like, man, bro, I ain't got no sleep. Just listen how retarded this sounds. Yeah, I'm talking about me right now. I told y'all when I do these shows, I'm going to get on me, right? And I would tell people, man, bro, I've been up 4 days. I've been up 3 days, 4 days. And I really would be up 3-4 days straight, right? And I'm like, man, bro, y'all just understand I want this shit bad as hell. But you got to think about, now we got to tear it down and break it down. All right, bro, you mean to tell me you didn't care about your health or yourself enough to get yourself some rest, and you're constantly draining yourself out to make other people's dreams come true? What about you? Now, I think I'm over here flexing and telling everybody, man, bro, I'm up here, man, I'm getting to it every day, which I do, right? But see, the difference is now I'm doing it for me now and not everybody else. There's a damaging thought when we start to talk the flex talk. Man, I got this and I did this and I did this. Man, there's some sacrifice that came with each of the little flexes that you're talking about. Now I get it. Makes you feel good. And I like how what's bro's name? Mike Epps put this, man. We only flex on people that was once where we was at and don't have anything or don't have anything going. Those are only people we can flex on. We cannot flex on the people that have done it before us and got to the top. Period. We only flex on people that are lower than us, that ain't got shit rolling, you know, still in the pits of hell, you know what I mean? Barely scraping to make it by. Those are the people that you flex on. So we got to be real careful when we do that. When we start to win, let's not get on that high horse, because I'm going to tell you what, horses die too. You can get kicked off that horse really, really fast. And I am telling you, I'm one of them individuals. I will kick a motherfucker off their high horse fast. Hey, bro, don't forget. Let me remind you. It took for somebody to put you on this earth. Now, for the individuals out here that are not really locked in with your moms or your dads, okay, barring people may have done some things you ain't like, whatever, but they still put you on this earth, right? You've been put on this earth, you got something. Now, do you love yourself enough to see it? Who knows? Do you care about yourself enough to get to it? Only you and you can only answer that for yourself. But sometimes you got to turn that pain into fuel. You see how I'm segueing that? You see how I'm segueing in these different, I'm getting better at this stuff, right? So turn your pain into fuel, right? Turn your pain into fuel. Pain becomes purpose. Purpose becomes momentum. I'm going to say that one more again. Pain becomes purpose. Purpose becomes momentum. Pain becomes purpose, and purpose becomes momentum. Man, the best way I can break that down is, have you ever got punched in the face and gotten so mad that you went in full-on rage mode and started beating the heebie-bejeebies out of whoever you was going up against? Now imagine you take that same concept and put that to what you desire to have out of life. Jeez, we'll never do that, for sure. You know, we've learned our lessons over time. I share. Thank you for sharing, right? Pain becomes purpose, and purpose becomes momentum. Think about some of the moments where you have had some dark times where you're just like, bro, I done started this, I done did this, and it fell, and it just got discombobulated, and you got knocked down, and you really didn't have no answers to what you're going to do next. Just think about that for a moment. And just let it boil. It might make you feel bad right now. It may make you feel upset right now. I'm feeling it myself right now, for sure. But I tell you what, I found purpose in that loss. You goddamn right. I hit the lottery finding Angel, though. I was at my lowest, y'all. I hated the world. I hated me. I hated being around individuals. I hated hearing everybody's stories about how great they were doing. And most of those people I was helping out before. I had to learn a valuable lesson about pain. And some of us can take a lot of physical pain. A lot of us can take a lot of pain in the heart. A lot of us can take a lot of pain in the mind. But it's how we transition that pain into fuel. I'm talking about real fuel. You got my message, lady. You were talking about money and that. Yeah, I know what you was talking about. Yeah, I got you. Right? And pain starts with individuals too busy looking at what everybody else got going. We kill ourselves with that one. Man, Joe Blow over there, on around the hill, they over there winning, and how they got that big house, and how they got this, and how they got this. Them people ain't ish. Why they got this? You so busy soaking up all that frustration, and you doing it to yourself. Why they enjoying where they at? You're just so mad, and they enjoying them, and you just soaking all that pain up that you're doing to yourself. Tell you, sometimes we are our own worst enemy. We're our own worst enemy. We're our own worst enemy, man. That's why it's so important for us to seek knowledge, not approval. This is number 4. You see how I'm going through the points? You know what I'm saying? 1, 2, 3, I'm there. Bah, bah, bah. You know what I mean? Listen, seek knowledge, not approval. For y'all out there with them chapped lips in the summertime, gotta stop kissing that ass, man. Gotta stop kissing that ass. Get out of the get along gang. I'm just gonna get along with these individuals so I can be a part of something. You better stop that. You're doing yourself a disservice. When you start with nothing, learning becomes your greatest weapon. One more again, please, for the blind people in the back. All they doing is hearing it. When you start with nothing, learning becomes your greatest weapon. Skills create opportunities. Approval creates what? Come on. It's too easy. It's too When skills create opportunities, approval creates what? You chasing love now. You chasing a hug now. You chasing the kudos. Now you ain't even doing it for yourself. You doing it because you want these. You want the good job, man. And great job, brother. Man, I see you doing your thing, but you can be dumb as gut. Nah, man. Seek knowledge, not approval. I don't need you to tell me I'm great. I'm going to tell myself I'm great. I don't need you to tell me, hey, man, I like them shoes you got on, bro. You know, but you need to be doing. Nah, bro. I got these shoes because I know that these shoes going to able to get me over the hump, through the mud, through the rain. They waterproof, you know what I mean? I've learned about these boots. These are why I got these boots. Not just because it's the thing to do. Most of us out here chasing the thing to do. Seek knowledge, not approval. I don't need to be a part of your clique. I don't need to be a part of your goddamn entourage. Bar me the BS. Matter of fact, fall back. I'd rather get over here and read some, study some, gather some information so I know how to properly prepare myself to get going. Yesterday I was talking about those 5 P's. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Y'all get the information, damn everybody else. Not to be mean, but I am a dick. It is what it is. I'd rather sit here and read a book, jot some notes down, and learn in my own way instead of waiting for you and pulling on somebody. Man, pulling on somebody's coattail. You say that, you see what kids used to do. You know, kids would pull on their parents' coattail. Daddy, I plead. Mama, plead. Can I plead? Can I plead? No, sir. Nah. Ain't nothing wrong with having a mentor. Ain't nothing wrong with having somebody that came before you, that went through the gauntlet, survived the gauntlet, is giving you pointers. But you don't need to be hanging by their ball sack. Please, bro, before you piss on me, man, give me a little more information. No, bro, we good over here. No, I don't need the golden shower. You can say that for Kelly. You can say that for Kels. I don't need the golden shower. I'll seek knowledge before I seek approval each and every day, every way. Each and every day in every way. And I would say this. Please take this with a grain of salt. Guys, will start right here. You need it. Anything I say on this show, these are comes from my viewpoints only, how I feel about things, how I've seen life, and what I have survived. If I am on here triggering you, you might need it. I'm not here to be your friend. This is healing me. I say it every time. So while I'm healing myself and it ends up helping you, I did my damn job. You may be a little upset. You may be looking at yourself a little different. Now you're starting to think about the organizations that you decided to get down with and lock in with. And I'm like, damn, bro, I really didn't need this. Right. You know how I learned that? And I learned that the first time I got placed in one of the Storm Mountain West. Right? And you can look up, see what Storm Mountain West is, right? I learned from one of the clinical ladies, me, myself, and I. You don't need nobody else. You're a group within yourself. Me, myself, and I. Anytime you feel alone, think about that. Me, myself, and I. Damn, man, I come in threes. Now, we ain't gonna get too deep in numerology. Me and Angel be on some different things, but like, that 3 is a powerful number, right? But let me tell you something. Past, present, future. Stop. Anyways, listen. Build your own path is number 5. Build your own path. One step at a time. Build your own path. They innovate because they have to. They succeed because they refuse to quit. What is that? That is a soldier. Say that again. People who start from zero rarely follow traditional routes. Damn it, man. If that ain't a soldier, I don't know what is. If that is not a survivor, I don't know what is. People that survive don't play always by the rules. You're in survival mode. So you got to do what you got to do to get ahead and win. Period. Build your own path. Damn it, if you got to do it one day at a time, one step at a time, bet. It's your path, your world, your life. I'll say it on each one of these episodes. You only get one life unless you believe in reincarnation and you're going to come back as a raccoon, fox, or squirrel, whatever. But oh yeah, one life. People who start from zero rarely follow traditional routes that falls in lines of getting approval from people that came before you. I don't need you to tell me who you know. I need the information. I don't need to tell me who you worked with. I can give a damn. I need the information. If you don't give me the information, guess what? I'm going to find it myself. I'll build my own path. You know what still exists? Libraries. Not just the internet. Not just AI. But libraries still exist. Anybody got library cards still? Libraries exist. These books came before computers. I'll get the information. I do my due diligence to go get it. You did do a great job getting me out the fucking hole because God damn it, it would have been a lot of, listen, hey, sometimes you got to be honest with yourself. I'm an angry man. I was a damaged man. I gave before I even cared about myself. Did that a long time, many, many years. That's why I was so excited about this week's topic. Fall, rise, and win. Y'all, when I say fall hard, boy, I fell hard. I had so many opportunities to do great things, but I hated myself so much for what I allowed to happen. What I allowed to happen. See, before, the old me was, it was them, it was damn, it was they, it was those. Nah, what me, myself, and I allowed to happen. Now I'm in that, boy, I'm a beast. Listen, you ain't gotta tell me. I'm a monster out here. No pun intended. I'm a beast out here. For real. I don't need a cheer squad. History speaks for itself. $25. So funny. $25 on my dress. Yes, got to get paid. Boy. Just out here simping it up, boy. When everybody else playing before mine. Make myself feel good because they wasn't drowning no more, but I was still over there barely getting some breath. But yeah, energy came through and showed me what my value was. When I couldn't see it for myself, I was good at drawing it out of everybody else. But damn, brother, what about you? I had to get in that mirror. I had to face the demon himself and accept it in. Hell, come on. Ooh, and since then, I've been a D-I-C-K. Dick. Captain Long Time. The hymnody of Negro, please. People who start from zero rarely follow traditional routes. They innovate because they have to. They succeed because they refuse to quit. Yeah, I started at $25. Now it's gonna cost you $2,500 to get me to speak for the first 35 minutes. You want the hour? We need the whole 5K. Play with it you want to. Shout out Bobby UFO. Me and DJ Bobby UFO had a conversation on the phone. He said, man, bro, how much you charge for talking to people on the phone, having a conversation, how to get the experience, how to get them moving forward, how to get them from falling? $250, bro. Bro, you for real? Dead serious. You got Jordans on your feet. You can afford me to speak. This is a fact. Shout out to the Connecting the Dots. I said it on their show too when they did a whole interview on me. I said it in the documentary. They started filming me when we was doing the graffiti joint. Brother started filming that. Chris Breeze started filming me doing the pieces on me walking through the woods doing the hiking. There's a documentary out on that. From nothing, you have something. Great book out there. It's called The Secret. Powerful book when you know what to do with it. And it's really not a secret. It's just ways to advance your thinking and think and look at things differently. We got that book over here too. I mean, if you don't want to look at the book, there's a whole video out on it too, right? It also talks about the guy who was talking about Soup for the Soul. He's in there too. Go back over these joints real quick. 5 core points. Embracing the starting line, right? Starting from zero is not a disadvantage. It's clarity, no baggage, no exceptions, just pure potential. Number 2, develop relentless consistency. Even when you are tired, beaten down, withered away, still get out here and make it happen. Number 3, turn your pain into fuel. Sound like fire, don't it? Oh, sound like anyway. Seek knowledge. Not approval is number 4. And the big one and my favorite one is build your own path. Sometimes you got to walk that lonely road. Sometimes you got to be him. Or if you're a female on here, sometimes you got to be her. I'm the him and thee. But I walk a lot by myself, a lot. Well, me, myself, and I walk. Right? And I'll go ahead and name some of these people I told you about halfway through the show. We'll get into here. Here's some real examples of people who started from zero. These verified, concrete stories you can reference today. You can research them today. And I promise you, the very first one you may have heard of. She's an individual that gave a lot of people cars on the show. You ever heard of her? I'll wait. Give me a little second. She also played in purple. She also played in The Color Purple. She got denied a couple of times to do them roles. Can't imagine you being the person telling Oprah Winfrey, no. Nah, we don't need you. We don't like it. No. We don't want it. Yeah. Oprah Winfrey was born January 29, 1954 from Mississippi. Yeah, good old Mississippi, huh? You know anybody from Mississippi? I know a few people from Mississippi now. Started from poverty abuse. That's a big one right there. Talking about nothing. Became one of the most influential media figures in history. Pain can become power when you refuse to let it define you. Oprah Winfrey. Have anybody heard of her? Oprah Winfrey. Oh, you need somebody different? Howard Schultz. I know you may not know who that is, but I bet you've been to his place. You've been to his establishment. Matter of fact, I bet you got a coworker or somebody you worked with before that's been to his establishment. You know who that is? That is the Starbucks CEO from Brooklyn, New York, born in July 1953. July 1953. Started from the housing projects, no financial support. Turned a small, settled coffee shop into a global brand. Just being a little extra right there, y'all. Your environment doesn't define your future. Your vision does. Hell, God, all right, man. Damn. All right. Okay, I can keep it going. Don't sleep. I'll keep it going. You may have heard of this brother. Dwayne, the people's elbow, the people's champ, the guy with the damn eyebrow, you know, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, born May 2nd, 1972, California, started from $7 in his pocket after being cut from the CFL. I talked about sports earlier, y'all. If you ain't seen the documentary 30 for 30 Broke, you might want to go watch it. Listen, imagine being the person to tell Rock, hey man, you can't play on this football team. You're weak, you're sorry, you're trash. Get out of here. Go. Actor, entrepreneur, and global icon. Rock bottom can be the foundation you rebuild on. Didn't we just talk about? Matter of fact, Thursday, rise and rebuild is what okay. I've got a method to my madness. Now, this brother, I'm pretty sure you guys have heard this guy's story. I'm not talking about my story. I'm talking about the brother that I'm about to talk about, okay? The brother I am about to talk about right now, you probably have seen his movies. You may have seen his shows. Hell, you may even stolen some of his plays on bootleg. Damn right. I know you have. I know you have. Most of y'all have. Tyler Perry. September 13th, 1969. Louisiana. Homeless, living in his car. Built a media empire and became a billionaire. Persistence through failure creates breakthrough. Those little quotes and things they got in there are very powerful, right? But I believe when you make it through what you're going through, you'll have a quote of your own. You're damn Skippy. You're damn Skippy. And why am I so excited about talking about this topic here, right? Starting from zero is a launch pad, not a setback. Consistency and learning are the real equalizer. Y'all know that movie Equalizer? It's good. It's a good movie, good series. Y'all ever watch it? Need to watch it. Pain becomes purpose when you channel it. Success stories prove that beginnings don't define your endings. That is for you flexers out there talking about, man, life was so hard for me, man. I never got an opportunity and all that BS. I've just given you some statistical figures, and I can go down a whole nother list of individuals that we'll talk about the rest of this week, how they got to the winning stage with absolutely nothing, or they had something, they lost it all. They made some decisions that destroyed their career but found a way to bounce back. I am so profound and such the perfect person to talk about this whole week's segment. Hands down. Hands down. If you haven't already, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this channel and anybody else's channel out here that you're getting value, entertainment, information, and just a thriving talk from. Every day we are live at 10 o'clock in the morning. I do this consistently, right? And so we got the family reunion coming up, right? And since we got the family reunion coming up, guess what? I'm going to pre-record a whole show and have it scheduled to drop at 10 o'clock so it's not missed. You got dang Skippy. I am determined. Remember, starting from zero is a launch pad, not a setback. I just mentioned all these individuals that have thrived and came from absolutely nothing, man. These are just great examples that you can go, and there's many more that you can learn from. So there are moments that, and I'll give y'all this, and this is one of the ones you gotta really suck in, because I had to really, this really sat me on my ass. Okay, you know what I mean? I'm working on my words. The moments when I get depressed, frustrated, and be like, damn, bro, like, I don't feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be. Because those moments come a lot. They are going to come. It's just that you're going to have the particular fortitude to battle it. And the way I had to learn to battle it was to read on other people's stories. Damn it. How did they make it? What did they do? And we talking about putting a show on Roku. Look at what the brother that created Roku had to go through. Damn it, man. I want to take one person to believe in you. You can make 1,000, 10,000, 100,000 mistakes. You only need to get it right one time and be consistent with that one time. That's how a lot of these trends and things start. They probably been posting it 30, 40, 50 times. And it's just one of them caught. And when the one caught, it just caused a train reaction for it to constantly go and go and go and go and go. Because one thing about humans, we don't mind seeing the same thing over and over and over, especially when we like it. Period. So the moments when you are feeling like you've messed up, you failed, tighten yourself up. take a nice, well, most people don't like to walk like I do, but whatever it is that you like to do, stay in control of your vices. But whatever it is that you like to do, man, go do that and read on somebody else's story that has came before you, that may be in a lane that you want to be in or in, and see some of the things that they have faced. And it will slow your ass down from complaining, or at least it'll put in perspective and be like, damn, man, if that damn bastard can go through it, I can make it through it too. You know, and sometimes you gotta be your own person in your corner saying, yo, tighten up, man. Listen, hey, I know we ain't feeling it today. And I know, bro, I don't be talking to myself like that. Well, you might want to, because not talking to yourself ain't working. You might want to talk to yourself to get the thing going, right? All the influential people that have came in my life over these past 10 years, hell, I can say these past 5 years, they've had some stories that were like, wow, that kept me going. Sometimes you need to hear the right story. Sometimes you need to meet an individual that's really down on a slump, facing some real traumatic problems for you to tighten up. But it works. It only really works when you really desire what you want to have. I'm just saying. What we got coming up this week, man? We got a lot coming up this week. I am just thrilled, man. If you haven't already, make sure you watch these videos right up under me right here, man. You haven't seen those, make sure you go tap in with that. Routine builds confidence. Veteran business must knows. Discipline over motivation. You see how a lot of these topics are just flowing right on in? Yeah. I got a flow going on right now. Here's what we got coming up on the new shows, right? Monday, starting from zero. Find the strength to rebuild. That's what we got to talking about today. That's what we're talking about today. Tuesday, battles we don't see. That's what we'll be talking about tomorrow. That's going to be a good one too. Wednesday, breaking the cycle, that generational curse. We're going to chop it down. We're going to switch it up. Yeah. Go ahead and bring the guillotine out. We're chopping it down. Thursday, rise and rebuild careers, man. Earlier I was talking about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. That's where we're going to dive in deep. Reinventing your professional life. Remember, he wanted to play professional football. He wanted to go to the NFL. That didn't work. He went to the CFL. That didn't work. He got cut and only had $7 in his pocket. And he started to go to wrestling and started to do everything else. Became this mega star and doing all these iconic things. Friday, we talk about victory after the fall. So we went through all these 4 stages, right? Now we get to the victory, finding your way back to the top. Then Saturday and Sunday, as we do all the time, current events, hot topics. We'll do the Hiker Sunday. You know what I mean? We'll do Pop the Trunk Saturdays. With that being said, man, before we go any further, we need to make sure that we are tapping in with Angel Williams, man. She is the one that has kept me going and keeping me this process and helped me through the school things. Listen, man, she is a diamond. Not in the rough, because she already knocked all the sand away. She's just shining bright right now, right? Time doesn't stop. It doesn't wait, and it never gives anything back. The hourglass, the foundation, man. Make sure you guys tap in with Angel Williams, man. She has so much stuff going. All of the collection of books out here. You can go to Raw True Novels, read some of the blogs that she got. Make sure you guys hit a like and drop some comments on there. I'll be doing some of them today, my damn self. At the same time, man, very, very powerful woman, man. She's a plug for a plug, the same way, plug for a plug. We kind of come together and use these resources we got to tap in with different individuals. These stories that she come up with, man, are very, very mind-blowing. What I say last time, I said, hey, man, these stories going to end up turning to shows or movies. I'm just saying, I'm just going to put it out there. I'll be probably one of the first ones to put it out there, but that is what's going to happen. I'm super excited for her. I'm proud of her. So much is happening, and we need these things like this to happen, man. I tell you what, man, sometimes we get caught up in what others are doing. I'm gonna keep saying it. I know, bro, you always said we get caught up in what other people doing, but that's what happens. We get so worried about what other people are doing, and just think about what you're doing for yourself. Look at what you've done, and when you can look at what you've done, man, it makes it just where you could breathe again. Yeah. We need to be able to breathe out here. We be drowning ourselves in pain and sorrow. But yeah, man, make sure you guys tap in with Hourglass, man. And there's so much on the way. So much on the way. And I encourage you guys to tap in. Make sure you tap in the show. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. If you haven't already, tap in with Gems IT Publishing. That's what you should do. Have to do, must do. We are on Facebook, Inside Speaks. We're also on Instagram. We Know Inside. There's the reason why I got We Know Inside. You read it, you'll get the message. With that being said, man, I encourage you guys to have another amazing day. It's been a great show. We're going to keep this thing rolling just for a little bit longer. I'm going to go over here and do some shout outs. I said I was going to start adding this to the show, which is what I'm going to do now. There are some birthday shout outs going on. Shout out to my kinfolk, Whitney Heard. She's an amazing author as well, man. She is an amazing author. It's her birthday today. So shout out to Whitney, man. Super dope. Super dope. Got to read some of her things. Okay, we got one right here. Our hearts are agenda. Okay, let me go and click on what she got. She just sent me some stuff right now. Okay. Dana Johnson, our hearts. Okay, let me go. I'm gonna share the screen over here for you guys so you guys kind of see what I am checking out on Facebook right now. This is what was just sent to me, and I am going to share it with you guys. Right, and let me go ahead and do that now. Boom! This was just shared to me by Angel. Right, and it says, "Our hearts are with Uganda. These precious children left home for a school trip, a day that should have been filled with learning, laughter, and beautiful memories. Tragically, their bus overturned and their young lives were lost." Wow. Amongst them were 3 siblings living one family. To ensure the unimaginable depth of grief, we honor every child whose life was taken too soon. And we hold their families, classmates, teachers, and communities close in prayer. May God receive these precious souls, strengthen every grieving heart, and surround their loved ones with comfort, love, and peace during these devastating times. Uganda, the world mourns with you. Wow. I didn't know anything about this until Angel sent it to me. Wow, look at all those babies. Wow. Forever in our hearts, y'all. This happened on July 16th, 2026. This was just a couple days ago. Wow. We'll take a little moment of silence real quick. I'm going to make sure I share this. I'm going to share this. Wow, I did not know that. Wow. There you have it. I didn't even know that until Angel sent it to me. Wow. Yeah, I'm a parent, y'all, and me and Angel, we was watching some stuff yesterday, and there's some things that we just never know, man. You just never know. I'm talking about we will be asking for what's going on, who is this, and we just so many questions. But hearts goes out to them, man. Listen, I appreciate you guys tapping in, man. And with that right there being said, man, remember this, and know this. From pain becomes purpose, and purpose becomes momentum. Damn it, man. Crazy work, man. It's been another great show, man. You guys continue to tap in. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share, and read up on that story we just got through seeing. You have anything else going like that while I'm live and you send it to me, I will tap in and share it on the screen. It's Inside.
No, this is not a dream. You're in the world of Inside Speaks. We're inspiring you to find happiness in your world. Guess what? We outside with it. We like to hammock camp, bike, as well as ruck. That's right. I'm an Army veteran. I served 2 tours, man, with some great individuals, man. We had our ups, we had our downs, just like you go through in life. But I tell you what, I'm going to share some of them stories with you. on this channel.